What if the person you trusted most, the one you were planning your entire future with, suddenly started getting just a little too close to someone you already didn't trust? Not a stranger, not a fan, but a co-star. And not just any co-star. One surrounded by whispers, controversies, and old receipts that fans never forget. Because that's exactly the situation Zendaya allegedly found herself in, and what unfolded behind the scenes of Euphoria Season 3. Let's just say, it wasn't pretty. It started small, quiet, almost harmless. A blind item, a few whispers online. Then, suddenly, rumors began circulating that Sydney Sweeney was a little too friendly with Tom Holland. Whenever he visited the Euphoria set, at first, fans laughed it off. Tom Holland, the golden boy boyfriend. The guy who practically worships Zendaya. No way. But then the stories kept piling up. And once people started digging, the internet did what it does best. They found receipts to understand why this rumor exploded. The way it did, you have to understand the three people involved first. There's Zendaya. Not just a celebrity. Not just a TV star. We're talking about a two-time Emmy winner. One of the youngest actresses ever to dominate a drama series. And someone who has built a reputation for being classy, private, and drama-free. Zendaya doesn't fight publicly. She doesn't post messy subtweets. She protects her peace. And a relationship with Tom Holland. It's basically Hollywood's favorite love story. They met as teenagers filming Spider-Man. Denied their feelings for years, stayed best friends, and then slowly, quietly fell in love. No chaos, no scandals, no games, just genuine affection. Tom has even said in interviews that without Zendaya, he'd be a mess. Think about that. One of the biggest movie stars on the planet, saying he'd fall apart without her. That's not casual love, that's real. Which is exactly why fans were shocked when another name got dragged into the picture. Sydney Sweeney. Sydney rose to fame playing Cassie on Euphoria. A character known Modi Score. A character known Modi Scoria. A character known Modi Scoria. That was scenes with Modi Scoria. That's not casual love. Dumb sees why, which I coached to cond, which is Modi Scoria, which is equating Modi Swai. Literally involves stealing her best friend's boyfriend. So when rumors started that Sydney might be getting too comfortable around someone else's fiancé in real life, people couldn't ignore the parallel. Add to that her past controversies, relationship drama, co-star rumors, messy headlines, and suddenly fans weren't so quick to dismiss the gossip. Because patterns make people suspicious. And Sydney already had a reputation for complicated situations. Then came the set visits. Tom Holland has always been known as friendly and social. He visits Zendaya's sets. He talks to everyone. He jokes around. That's just who he is. But according to multiple reports, during filming for Euphoria Season 3, Tom and Sydney were seen chatting often. Long conversations, laughing, hanging out between takes. Now, maybe that sounds completely normal, and honestly, it probably is. But here's the problem. Context. Zendaya and Sydney were never exactly close. They weren't best friends. They weren't spotted together outside work. In fact, insiders often describe their relationship as professional, but distant. So when your fiancé is constantly talking to someone you already don't fully trust, it starts to feel different. Not cheating, not betrayal, but uncomfortable. And sometimes discomfort is enough. Then the internet uncovered something old, something small but very telling. Back in 2021, when Tom and Zendaya were secretly dating, Sydney had allegedly liked a tweet calling Tom so fine. Just a like. Nothing crazy. But fans immediately said, wait. Why are you liking thirst tweets about your co-star's rumored boyfriend? Was it innocent? Maybe. But combined with everything else, didn't look great. And in Hollywood optics, are everything. According to insiders. Zendaya didn't yell, didn't argue, didn't create a scene, instead. She handled it the way she handles everything: calm, direct. Mature. Reports claim she politely set boundaries, basically saying, "Please, keep your distance from my relationship. No drama, no shade. Just respect." And honestly, that's probably the healthiest response anyone could have. But even quiet boundaries can create loud tension, because once that line is drawn, everyone feels it, especially on a set where you're forced to see each other every day. And that's when things allegedly started getting awkward, really awkward. And that's where the real fallout begins. After that quiet confrontation, something shifted. The energy changed, according to insiders. Zendaya and Sydney stopped interacting unless absolutely necessary. No hanging out, no friendly photos, no red carpet. Smiles. Just distance. Cold. Professional, separate. And if you know Hollywood press tours, you know how obvious that becomes? Because here's the thing: Euphoria. Season 3 wasn't just any project. It was one of the most anticipated TV returns of the decade. Meaning, interviews, photo shoots, red carpets, cast panels, press junkets. And guess who would be standing next to each other at all of them? Zendaya and Sydney. Two women who allegedly didn't even want to stand side by side. Imagine the tension. Forced smiles, careful body language, fans analyzing every second. One awkward glance and the internet explodes. That's the reality. But what makes this story hit harder is Tom. Because Tom doesn't seem like the type to risk everything. This is the same guy who Googles Zendaya just to check if she's okay. The same guy who calls her the most talented person he's ever met. The same guy who said she changed his life. Does that sound like someone chasing drama? Not really. Which is why many fans believe this wasn't about Tom doing anything wrong. It was about boundaries. And sometimes, even innocent friendliness can look suspicious when emotions are involved, especially when trust has been broken before. And remember, Zendaya has talked about past relationships ending due to infidelity. So if she's protective, it makes sense. When you've been hurt once, you don't ignore warning signs. You protect what matters. Meanwhile, Sydney stayed completely silent. No statements, no clarifications, nothing. And that silence, it made people talk even more, because in today's world, celebrities usually deny rumors instantly. So when someone says nothing, fans start wondering why. Is it because it's false? Or because it's complicated? Nobody knows. And that mystery keeps the drama alive. Despite all of this, one thing is clear: Tom and Zendaya are still together, still engaged, still showing up for each other. No breakups, no scandals, no cracks. If anything, they seem stronger, because sometimes protecting your relationship means setting uncomfortable boundaries, even if people don't like it, even if it causes whispers. Because at the end of the day, peace matters more than popularity, trust matters more than rumors, and love matters more than headlines. So what's the truth? Did Sydney actually cross a line? Or did fans blow friendly interactions out of proportion? We may never know, because none of them have confirmed anything. And maybe that's intentional. Maybe some things are meant to stay private. But one thing's for sure: when three of Hollywood's biggest young stars end up in the same story, the world is always watching. And sometimes all it takes is one small spark to start a fire.